Hello and welcome to our video on expressions and equations. We're going to start off today with a couple vocabulary words. So first we have an expression, and I know that we tend to use these words interchangeably, but there's actually a very important difference between the two. An expression is a type of mathematical sentence, and it's made up of a variable, which is some type of letter that's representing a missing term, an operation, so addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, and then, of course, a variable. So it could be something such as x plus 5. And notice with an expression there is no equal sign. An equation is also another type of mathematical sentence, and the big difference is that there is an equal sign. So an example could be y minus 2 equals 5. And in this video, we're really just focusing on our expressions. So we're going to start off, and I have here a table of the keywords. And what we'll be doing is taking a sentence that's written in plain old English and translating it into a mathematical expression. So I'd like you to take a moment, pause this video, and copy down this table of keywords into your notebook. And I want you to pay special attention to the words less than, which I've put in red here, because those are the ones that tend to mess us up the most. So take a highlighter or take your pencil and put a nice big star next to it. And when you're ready to continue, go ahead and press play. Welcome back. So we are going to take each of these sentences and write them as an expression. And the way I'm going to start is I'm going to get my highlighter up here. And we're going to find our keywords out of our table. And in this sentence, a number increased by 5, I see the words increased by. And I know that those are my keywords that give me my operation. And that operation is addition. So this right here is going to become plus. And well, 5 is going to stay a 5. And then I have a number. And anytime I see a number, that's what becomes my variable. So I'm going to choose x. So my sentence, a number increased by 5, translates into the expression x plus 5. We're going to take a look at another example. Again, I'm going to take my highlighter and I'm going to find my keywords. So I see the word difference. And I know if I look at my table that the word difference tells me that I'm subtracting. So I want to look here. I'm going to subtract some number, which I don't know what that number is, so that's my x, and 4. So x minus 4. And notice I just went with the order of the sentence. My expression stays in that same order. On to our next example. I'm going to get my highlighter back here. And this one's going to be a bit of a larger expression because there's more than one operation going on. I have the word product, which we know to mean multiplication, and I also have the word increase by. So not only am I going to have multiplication, but I'm also going to have addition in this expression. So I'll get my pen back, and the product of a number and 2. So I know that a number is going to become x. And we know from our past experiences with algebra that when I'm showing multiplication, I just put the number and the variable next to each other as neighbors, and the number should always become in the first spot here. And we're now going to increase that by 5. And if I check my table, increased by goes with the operation of addition, and then plus 5. So the sentence, the product of a number and 2 increased by 5, translates to the expression 2x plus 5. And we're going to do one more example together here. So I'm going to get my highlighter back. And this is another one where I see two operations going on. I have less than, which remember we put a star next to on our table. And I also have the word quotient. And I know quotient means division. And I know that, less than means subtraction. And what happens when we're working with less than, if I said 5 less than your age, you would take your age and you would subtract 5 from it. So I'm going to treat this very similarly. I'm going to find the quotient of a number in 7. So the quotient of a number, so that's going to be n. And I know quotient is division. And in algebra, division is shown with a fraction bar. So n divided by 7. 5 less than that, so I'm going to subtract 7. 5. And there's my expression. At this point, I'd like you to pause the video, take a couple minutes, try these 5 expressions on your own, and then when you're ready to check your work, go ahead and press play. Welcome back. So, for number 1, we should have the product of a number and 3 increased by 2. So the product of a number and 3 is 3 times some number, and we're increasing that by 2, so plus 2. For number 2, 5 less than twice a number. And notice we have that less than there. So I'm going to start with twice a number, 2 times n, and take 5 away, 5 less than that. So my expression is 2n minus 5. Number 3, the quotient of a number and 7. And this is going to be written as a division problem because of the word quotient. And because we're working with algebra, we're going to make it look like a fraction. So n divided by 7. Number 4, a number increased by 9. Increased by tells me to add, so n plus 9. And the last one, we have 2 operations going on again. 8 more than 3 times a number. So I could do 8 plus 3 times some number, or because with addition I can use the commutative property, I could flip that around and say 3n plus 8. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please make sure you jot them down and bring them into class for tomorrow. In the meantime, why don't you jump back onto our class website, and if you go down to the practice section, you can use these links here to practice what you have just learned, and then you can come down here and complete assignment number 1, which is writing expressions practice.